What is going on, believers? Guys, we've reached 20,000 Bitcoin. A lot of people calling for it earlier today. One of the things that was going along with the 20,000 Bitcoin was a relief bounce, which is expected to happen as we hit 20,000 and test this. Now, when you test something like this, and there is a lot of support, as we've seen from the charts today, there's a lot of support at 20,000. So it's very possible that we're safe with 20,000. The markets didn't collapse. The markets didn't crash. The markets did go down as the profit reports started to come out. And as we saw in the profit reports, the levels are not that great on some of our staples. There were a few that were struggling just a little bit, but as we get more, we'll see what the real market is. The dollar continues to be strong. So that leaves us with 48 hours until we get the CPI number, and it's starting to feel like any correction to the CPI number has already been baked in. So it is entirely possible and conceivable that we are going to, in crypto, shrug this off. Now, part of what you may have seen today, and you just saw in the last hour or two, I'm filming this at around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. One of the things that you could be looking at is a massive sell-off was just hit, which took us down to 20,000, and that could be a bunch of shorts getting liquidated, and that may be the impetus and the spring to get some interested eyes back in and push us back up, because there's still a lot of sentiment saying that we're going to go back to 22.5, maybe even 25, that when the CPI comes out, you know, we've already kind of planned on 75 basis points. We've already looked at all the numbers. We already anticipate we're going to have 8.5 to 9.5 as the inflation number. It's not going to look great, but we already know that. So it's going to trigger some sell-off in the stock market, especially because profits are just not there. Some of them are up, some of them are up, but generally speaking, profits are a little bit down. But for crypto, here's the thing. If we survive 20,000 right now, then we're going to push back up to 22. We're going to test 22, and we're going to test maybe 24 and a half, maybe up to 25. We're just going to test it, and maybe we'll get a nice relief bounce, but then we're going to come back down. But it's entirely possible as of right now that we've hit that low. Analysts in Wall Street are now talking about 10,000 Bitcoin, but remember, they're not always right like me. So I don't think that we're at the bottom yet. I think that we've got a little bit further to go to get to the bottom, but we're starting to reach the spot where we're close to the bottom. We're not that far away, so maybe we'll have a little correction, maybe some upside momentum coming in the next little while. Maybe the overnight's going to look better. We're going to talk about that at 8 p.m. Then we see a bounce. We'll take profits, do whatever it is that we do, and then from there we're probably going to go down just a little bit. But 17 right now seems to be the number that people are settling on as the bottom. But here's the thing. If this breaks down at 17 and we don't find a level of support at that 17 number, then it could go down to 11 or 12,000. We might see that happen, because these shorts, once they see the opportunity to get to 11 or 12, then it's not going to cost them nearly as much capital as the profit that they're going to make in order to make that number happen. And then not only will they be able to create a huge window right there in the sell-off and liquidate at that price, they're going to be able to buy in again at that low price and play the long game. So it's going to get interesting. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like the content, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. do me a favor and send me. This is not financial advice. My name is Bleaves, and I am always right.